Good day, I'm Andrea Chisholm and this is your Jis News for November 28. Government has signed a Memorandum of Understanding MOU with two international entities for a container control program that is expected to result in improved security at the nation's ports. The agreement was signed Tuesday with the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime (UNODC) and the World Customs Organization and follows a letter of intent that was signed in June of this year to establish the program. At the Jamaican end, the Ministries of Finance, National Security and Transport and Works are involved in the initiative. Finance Minister Dr. Peter Phillips says it ought to prevent the unlawful use of cargo containers while also having the potential of earning increased revenue from the ports.
The mislabeling of containers also leads to significant revenue evasion in the ports. Given our current fiscal situation, Jamaica critically needs the revenues to execute vital programs, and we also want to establish a general atmosphere of law-abiding behavior on our ports and elsewhere.
The UNODC is providing technical assistance, tools and training for 14 officers who will man the joint container control units, which should become operational by December 10. The Canadian government is providing $500,000 in funding to implement the program at the Kingston port, while the United States government has committed to funding the program for the Montego Bay port. Repair work is now underway on sections of the sandy gully near Ligony in St. Andrew as part of efforts to safeguard lives and properties. Sections of the gully suffered significant erosion prior to and following the passage of the recent heavy rains, and residents had appealed to the authorities to address the deterioration of the structure. The contract has been awarded to YP Seaton and Associates, and work on the $50 million project, which started on November 23, is slated to last for 3 months. Following a tour of the area on Tuesday, State Minister for Transport Works and Housing Richard Azan announced that budgetary provisions would have to be made for the ongoing maintenance of gullies across the island to ensure that the structures remain sound.
Because wanted the whole lead up to the collapse of the entire gully. And so therefore we have to put something in the budget starting next year to make sure that we maintain the gully, the work what we're doing now.
The Jamaican and Canadian governments are reviewing a social security agreement that allows Jamaican workers in the North American country to access pension benefits in both countries. The 6-member team from the Human Resources and Skills Development Department in Canada and the top Jamaican social security officials started a review of the reciprocal social security agreement on Tuesday. The work continues until Friday. The agreement, which allows Jamaican workers in Canada to contribute to the national insurance scheme both here and in that country, has not been reviewed since it came on stream in January 1984.
There is an importance in ensuring that the language of the agreement is updated. References to legislation are updated because, as I noted, legislation has changed in both countries since that time. So we need to make sure that the agreement reflects those changes.
And the streamlining of this will make it much better, much easier as well for the benefits to be accessed when the time comes.
The Tourism Enhancement Fund, TEF, will be investing $30 million in a major project to enhance Montego Bay's tourism product by showcasing Jamaica's history, culture and architectural heritage there. The TEF is placing these resources behind an initiative to revitalize the city center, Sam Sharp Square and the Montego Bay Civic Center. A significant part of the plan includes transforming the Civic Center into an interactive multidimensional museum and culture center with related amenities. The new entity will be under the leadership of an arts commission, a curator, and a center manager. And finally, Prime Minister Portia Simpson-Miller is away from office for 4 days. A statement from the Office of the Prime Minister says Mrs. Simpson-Miller has been out of office since Tuesday, November 27. She returns to the island on Saturday, December 1. In the meantime, the Minister of Water, Land, Environment and Climate Change, Robert Pickersgill, is in charge of the government. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Andrea Chisholm. Thank you for watching.